So my favorite color is the blue, as you can see. Maybe because I'm a sign of water and I live close to the water, so the sea is blue. So when you look at it, it's about geometric abstract art. Okay. Now for the last 10 years, I've been using only triangles. And what I try to do, it's triangle structures inside triangles compositions. And each of them are different. Okay. So from far, when you look at my paintings, it could look like boring because it's, one main color with things. But the deeper you go in it, the more you see diversity. Okay, so it goes from getting bored to getting, those things are interesting.
And why triangles?
I realized that for a very long time, I didn't know who I was. I was thinking, I am more my father, who is more like strict, rigorous, patient, which some of the qualities I need to do this. Or do I look like more my mother, which is kind of yin and yang compared to my father? More colorful expression, which is also part of what I'm doing. And one day I realized I'm neither my father or my mother, I'm myself. So I built myself from my parents. So my parents are my base and I'm the top of the triangle. I built myself taking a bit of each of them. And the triangles sometimes are going more on this side, sometimes more on this side, because sometimes I like to go more on my father's side and sometimes more on my mother's side. So that's why you've got endless kind of triangles. And by the way, in French, triangles, it's triangle. Triangle means trois angles. Trois, if you remove the R, it becomes toi. Et toi in French means moi. And so I'm representing myself, okay, which is my personality, okay, based on made from my parents. If you remove the T, it becomes roi. Roi in English means king. And for me, when you are a king, you are supposed to be a guide for people, but also you are so high in the hierarchy, you've got autonomy, And this is one of the core values that I've got, is to be independent. I've got my own autonomy. So one day, when I looked at one of my paintings, I realized why I was making triangles. And then I said, oh, but this, in fact, is my self-portrait. Not representing, my physical attributes, like head, body, etc., but my psychological attributes. Okay. And by the way, this is why now one of my paintings is in a museum in Dallas, because they think I'm the first artist in the world who has succeeded to make a 100% abstract self-portrait. Because in general, people still make a face, etc. But here again, it was not physical, it was psychological attributes being shown. Okay. And last thing, I call my art evolution art, because I realized that everything in life evolves, transform, change. Like you, physically, you will not be the same in 10 years, etc. And I found out that there's only one thing that doesn't change. It's an artwork. Once it's finished, it's hanged, and the artist does something else. Maybe still using triangle, like I'm using triangle, but still something totally different. And I said, why? An artwork could not have a second life, like anything, to be kind of recycled, evolve, transform. So this is what I'm doing. Let me show you. From this drawing, which was made in 2006, if you look at this area, you will find it here. Oh, wow. But then, from this one, if you take this piece, you turn it, you will find it here. So totally change. So basically this one now is the mother who has got 2 children. Okay? And currently I'm working on a project where there will be more than 100 paintings, all coming from, at the beginning, just from one line. Okay? But things will, like a tree. So instead of being a family tree of human, it will become a family tree of artworks. If I was using my conscious, it would be painful saying, oh, don't do the same, don't do the same, don't do the same, and you can be sure you will do the same, okay? So basically, I just focus on one area, I do my area, and then I focus on another one, not thinking what I did, okay? So just let my hand, going with the flow. And at the end, I found out that you will not find twice the same composition, so there's a lot of diversity. The only moment where I think is totally at the beginning. It's, do I want to make a small painting? Do I want to make a big one? Do I want to use 1 color, 3 colors? This kind of thing, that's all. It's maybe 10 minutes of my time, which is thought. The rest, it's totally unconscious.